This is David Bell from A3 Tutors. I want to come to you and talk to you now about tutoring services and how important they are in helping students reach their educational goals. There's a lot of tutoring services that are out there right now, and in fact, my company is a brand new startup in the tutoring service, but I believe that we're going to deliver the best educational services that are out there. There's a lot out there right now, and I want you to take a look and determine, see what you think about some of these different tutoring services. The first one that I want to look at is a company called Thinking Storm. It's not based in the US, and I believe it services thousands, if not tens of thousands, of students in the United States. Take a look. So what I'm doing is I'm going to a tutoring site called Thinking Storm, and I'm waiting to get matched with a tutor who's going to tutor me, and just want to see what kind of service they offer. Okay guys, it looks like I'm ready to go to begin my tutoring lesson. So I'm going to begin the lesson, and let's see what it looks like here. Okay, I don't know if I'm here for a lesson or not. I'm going to move that over so we can get the message screen in there. Okay, now from the bottom right, I'm messaging in 4 minutes. I'm going to respond typing saying, what does that mean? What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask, can you talk with me? All right, so what I did was I just typed in there, can you talk with me? What I'm going to do is zoom out a little bit, show picture. Okay, so I got the basics of the Pythagorean Theorem. I said, can you talk with me? Because these whiteboards do have voice options. But in my opinion, this tutor is not a tutor that lives in the United States. I believe that this tutor is somebody that's probably from the country of India. And I have nothing against people from different countries. In fact, my wife is from a different country, so I have no problem with that. But you know, it's my opinion and my feeling that these tutors are from India, or this tutor is. I did a lesson yesterday at Thinking Storm, and a different tutor went through the lesson, and it was quite horrible. I asked for the same lesson, Pythagorean Theorem, and it was not good at all. So I'm just gonna, I kind of understand it. Obviously I know what the Pythagorean Theorem is. I'm just playing devil's advocate here to see how they're going to try and reteach this concept to me if I don't get it. What is this tutor going to do? Sorry about the lines and I don't know what to do about that, guys. All right, so I asked for some examples. Let's see what we get. On the bottom it says, oops, please stand by while we optimize your tutor's connection. If you need chat support, click here. So the question is, could you see the question on the board? All right, yes. We will be given a triangle and two of its sides. Okay. Looks like we have the triangle and two of its sides up there. And it asks to find the third side by using the Pythagorean Theorem. Well, actually, T.S. Tutor Sham said no, always take the hypotenuse is A, but the hypotenuse is really going to be C, because the equation says A squared. In other words, one leg, the other leg equals C, which is the hypotenuse. I asked what the up arrow was, and they said the up arrow 2 stands for squared. Now, with a voice communication, you would be able to explain that in a matter of seconds. Okay, Tia Sham, did you understand the question and the formula on the board? Again, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That is the formula for Pythagorean Theorem. And, you know, you can put A squared if you want, but it's really not how you would correctly write this problem out. That's the teacher and me being picky. I typed in yes, I understand the question and the formula on the board. Tutor Shan says, great, now we can plug in the numbers in the formula and find the length of the hypotenuse. Okay, let's see what happens. Typing down there, I don't know if you can read it. Okay, we are giving that A equals X. We have to find it. B equals 3 and C equals 4. Great, now we can plug in the numbers in the formula to find the length of the hypotenuse. Would you like to simplify it? I don't know what they mean by simplify. I would say I would want to solve it. Okay. Tutor Shan says, first we find 3 to the second power, 3 up arrow to the 2. That's still kind of confusing. If you could write it out on the board, on the whiteboard, if they would write 3 to the second power on the whiteboard, because I know they have whiteboard tools, that would make this so much easier. To find the square of a number, we have to multiply the number itself. Okay, so that's a little bit different lesson. You know, if you don't know what a power is, especially like 3 to the second power or 3 squared, you know, that's a whole nother lesson in itself. But, you know, so they're explaining that you have to multiply 3 times 3. So that's a good concept to pass on. Okay, so they're checking for understanding. Did you understand so far? I do, but I'm pretending that I'm a student that I've had in the past that really doesn't get Pythagorean Theorem, that I have to reteach 3 or 4 times. I think so. Let's see if they really are going to try and reteach the concept. Okay, so I've scrolled down a little bit, and they have used these squares, the powers, which is good. So it looks like they are writing on here. Okay, I understood that step. Now here's the crucial part. You got to find, actually you have to find C. The hypotenuse is C. And so that would be C squared. I don't know why they changed from C to X. Maybe because they want to use algebra. So how are they going to show me that? And I find that this is troubling with students because if they don't understand algebra, they have a hard time with this step. Okay, now I'm getting that x equals the square root of 25. But with this tutor, why are they saying that this is x? So they said, Tutor Sham said, if we take the square root of 25, we can find the value of x. Do you know how to find the square root using calc? Yes, I do. Okay, great. Could you find this? Tutor Sham says, could you find the square root of 5? And I know the square root of 25. The square root of 25 is 5. Okay, and Tutor Sham said good. So x equals 5 is the required answer. All right. Shall we do one more example? No. It's been 45 minutes, Tutor Sham. And we did one problem. And I didn't even get any real life examples during that time. So I'm going to say no, and I'll see how they respond. Are they really going to see if I know the concept of the Pythagorean Theorem? Tutor Sham, are you going to challenge me to see if do I really have this concept, and can I use it in an abstract way? For instance, like, could I use it to solve a question on the GED test? Would I be able to understand that this might be the height of the wall, and this might be a shadow that's cast? And would I be able to find the distance from here to here, from that point? So Tutor Sham, I said no, I don't have any questions. How much are you going to challenge me? Okay, Tutor Sham. It was nice working with you today as well. Oh, TS. TS underscore stands for Thinking Storm. Okay, so the tutors are polite. Let's see. Where do you teach? What state? So basically, I'm trying to find out where they're from. Okay. Yeah, they're from India. Okay, this will go at the end of the lesson. So please put this at the end of the lesson. So what did you think about this lesson from Thinking Storm? My own opinion is that it wasn't satisfactory. It had some conceptual errors as we went through the lesson. It wasn't interactive at all. It was very slow and kind of boring. talked to my daughter about this, and she said, Dad, I would have been out of there right at the beginning. So guys, this lesson from Thinking Storm took 45 minutes. My own tutors at A3 Tutors could have done this lesson a lot better in a third of the time. The lesson took 45 to 50 minutes, and we could have delivered a quality lesson that would have used real-life examples about using the Pythagorean Theorem to solve a lot of problems that are much more difficult. We just got the basics of this lesson. So I think that, I hope that you will look at the website, take a look at our tutors, our company mission, and decide to become part of the highly qualified family at A3 Tutors. Thanks, and have a good day.